Hello everyone. In this week dedicated to women in African history, the Sankofa flight will take us to discover the life of a second heroine, one of the pioneers of Senegalese literature and a forerunner of African feminism. Her country, Senegal, has undergone many religious and cultural influences that have forged over time the identities of its various populations. Islam first and then Christianity were added to the local religious practices. From the end of 19th century, France, the colonial power, tried to impose its culture on colonized populations, particularly through the education system. It is therefore in a society going through strong mutations, strongly shaken by colonization, that was born in 1929 Madame Mariama BA.
African History Daily by my daddy.
Having lost her mother, she was raised by her maternal grandmother, a woman who knows how to make herself respected, who is very attached to her Muslim faith as well as her culture, and who passed on to her little girl her perception of the feminine nature. Thanks to the insistence of her father, an open-minded politician, the young Mariama attended French school where she attracted attention due to her excellent results. She obtained her primary school certificate and joined the girls' training school in Rufisque, from which she graduated in 1947 with a teacher's diploma. But that doesn't prevent her from remaining very attached to her culture and identity. Let me quote her: "My reason has been whitened, but my head is black, but my inaccessible blood has remained pure. Like the pure sun, preserved from all contact. My blood has remained pagan in my civilized vein, and revolts and peeps at the sounds of the black drums." Engaged in many associations, powerful vectors of societal transformation, she advocates education and women's rights. Her painful experiences, including her successive marriages ending in divorces, helped to shape her personality and make her a pioneer in the advancement of African women. It was in the autumn of her life that her literary genius exploded with the publication of her excellent book, Une si longue lettre, translating into Such a Long Letter, which poses forcefully the question of polygamy and classes in a predominantly Muslim Senegalese society, which society was strongly attached to its traditions. Crowned with a great critical and public success, she won the Noma Prize for publication in Africa at the Frankfurt Book Fair in 1980. When Scarlet's Song is published, Mariama BA is no longer of this world, since she died of cancer on August 17, 1981. 30 years after her death, the passing of a law on parity between men and women in Senegal testifies to the positive repercussion of the many actions she has taken part in for the recognition and effective exercise of the right of Senegalese women. All her life, Mariama BA has tried to reconcile her culture, religion, and openness to other cultural horizons. Rooting and opening have first constituted the two and sometimes conflicting poles of her itinerary. My African cliché of the day is a prayer. Holy Mariama, I ask you to enlighten all your sisters, your daughters in all Africa who agree to suffer in silence psychological and physical repetitive violence imposed on them by their spouses, by their friends, on the false motive of saving their children or for absolutely being in a couple. The couple, this final destination so well perceived by our society and which in many cases hides so much suffering of women. Holy Mariama, how many women today are dying every day due to violence? How many strokes? How many broken dreams? How many broken bones? How many wounded souls? Do you know it, Holy Mariama? Can you tell us? What about you guys listening? Do you know the statistics? But in the end, this prayer, should it be addressed to Holy Mariama or to all women themselves? Or should I just ask you guys if Mariama lived for nothing? It's up to you to think about it. about couples, about jealousy, about machismo, about violence, about stigma on divorced women. Those ones who are brave enough to say stop. It's up to you to think about your own African cliches about our African continent. And I hope to see you tomorrow on the next Sankofa flight on women in the African history. Thank you.